Hi, this is Norma, Independent SEO Lead Generation Specialist. First of all, I just want to say thanks for your response on my posts on Facebook regarding some SEO tips. I do know you're probably busy with your business, so I want to make sure I get this video out to you so that you can take these tips and put them into action, apply them onto your business website for yourself so they can start getting traction and start getting some customers. All I ask for some feedback on the video if you don't mind, and of course if you like what you hear after watching this and you feel like you need some help on whatever tips I give you, feel free to reach out to me. So let's go ahead and jump into it. First thing first, looking at your web page, I just want to I guess verify with you, is this your own web page or is this a Google My Business web page? If it is a Google My Business web page, because I made several of them, I made a bunch of them already, and I kind of know, what the format looks like. So this appears to be a GMB web page. My first suggestion is to go ahead and go out and get your website built, your own website. And the reason why I say that is because you're limited in as far as the photos you can add on here, as far as the content. When they asked you to describe or give a brief description, I'm sure they limited you to, a certain number of words. So again, if this is a GMB website, make sure you go out and get yourself your own website developed. So the three main SEO tips I want to go over with you is content, citations, and backlinks. And if you ever had to deal with digital marketing in the past, these are things that the search engines are going to be using to crawl your web page to determine if your site is worth ranking up on top. This is what's going to get your business seen on the internet. So first thing is content. Again, this is your front page. Content is anything that includes text, includes pictures, and how you save those pictures. So making sure you have enough unique, relevant, high quality content, so at least 1,500 words that really speak about your business, which allows you to add in some keywords or key phrases that people are going to be using to search for your businesses, to search for your services. And this is what's going to help you get found in the search engine. So 1,500 words, you don't have that yet on this front page. I'm not too sure if Google's going to allow you to add all that information in, but if you have your own website, you can definitely do that. And the other thing I had mentioned was images and how you save it. So like, for example, this image right here, if I go to save it, let's see, save image as, and you notice how it's saved as a date. I would change that to talk about your service. So instead of leaving it as a date, I would put something like skin services in El Paso. Again, because this is something that the search engines would use to kind of determine how your site is ranked. Now, I talked about those 1,500 words. One idea is get these different types of services that you offer and kind of expand a little bit on them. Talk about the massage, talk about the different skin services. What's a nourishing facial? What's a chemical peel? What's a hydrodermabrasion? Because again, going back to like, let's say chemical peel, some people might not know what that's called, but if you say something like skin treatment to help with sunspots or age spots, it'll bring them to this because, and then, you can show that it's under chemical peel. That's just an example of how you can expand on your content up on your front page. Now, the second thing that I want to go over with you is called citations. So if I do a search, and I did a search a little bit earlier, and I looked up skin treatments in El Paso. I did that because you have some of your high ticket items under skin treatments. I think your highest was the 90-minute massage, but you have several, I think $75 tickets for your skin treatments. So I used that as a search term, and this is what I got. And so these are kind of like, they call this your results page. This is where you want to be. This is where you want your business site to be. And the reason for that is because this is where everyone starts clicking. Okay. And so usually you would have ads in the top, and for your industry, I didn't see any ads. They're usually right up here or in the bottom. I'm going to go back down to the bottom here, see if there's any. Okay, I didn't see any in the bottom. All right, so there's usually ads on the top. Since your industry doesn't offer, we'll kind of skip that. Citations has a lot more to do with this map section right here. And so what a citation is essentially your business's name, the address, and the phone number. And it's listed in all these different directories across the web. And so what a directory is simply a website out there that allows you to add your business information onto pages like Yellow Pages online, like Yelp. Let me see if there's any down here. There might be some. Facebook is also another way you can add your information onto a sort of directory. Okay, so I didn't see any on there, but Yellow Pages Online, localbiz.com is another. There are tons of them out there. So since you already have a Google My Business, what you need to do is get on those online directories, because the more, they call it citations, the more citations you have, the more likely you'll land in one of these spots right here. There's usually 3. If there's more than 3, it's usually an ad. So you definitely want to be somewhere on this first page, even if it means being on this map section. The only issue with being in the map section is you can be easily booted out. So if there's another skincare company in El Paso and they're listed on, tons of online directories, they can actually take over one of these spots here. And what I do for my clients is I go into the competitor's website, and there's a tool that I use, and I can show you that in a little bit. And I could see how many directories they're listed on. And if they're like, let's say the skincare retreat is listed on 20 directories, I would try and get those same 20 directories and then more. That way, again, I can come up here and Google will say that I should be listed up here because I'm kind of spread all through the web, being on all these online directories. And so that's it for your citations. Again, getting on those online directories. Now, the last thing I want to cover with you is backlinks, and that has a lot to do with this section down here. So you have the map section, and then this is your organic search down here. So there's only 10 companies listed on the first page, 10 for every page of Google. And you want to be on the first 10. And the reason why I say you want to be on this front page is because this is where, if someone's searching for skin treatments in El Paso, this is where they're going to go shopping. Sometimes they'll go page 2, page 3, but these are the businesses that are getting most of the clicks. Of course, the more clicks, the more likely you'll be landing a customer. Again, with backlinks, so let me see what a backlink is, and let me go ahead and explain that. It's essentially another website that's linking back to yours, saying that you offer skin services or the massage treatment, and that you're a provider of such services, so that way it brings relevance and keywords that you're trying to rank for, and people get to find you. So I use this tool. It's called Ahrefs or Ahrefs. Let me see. Right here. And so Ahrefs. And so this is a subscription. And what I do is I use this for my clients. That way I can monitor how their website is doing. And I can also look at the competitors and see how they're doing, so that I can kind of see what I need to do for my clients so that they can either catch up and beat them. All right, so I put your domain on here, and based on this, I see that you don't have currently any referring domains giving you any backlinks. So, and it could be very well that your website is new, or it could be very well that, it's a Google My Business website, so they don't actually pick up on themselves. Or if they do, which I believe that they do, but they have very little impact on finding you. So what you need to do is go ahead and, like I said, build that website and get some other websites to refer back to you. Now, earlier I talked about citations and getting on like Yellow Pages Online and so forth. Those can turn out to be referring domains and giving you some backlinks. But right now you don't have any. So when you don't have any referring domains or no backlinks, that means you're not getting any organic traffic. So you're not going to be found on any pages of a search. You do have one organic keyword. Now let me see what that is. Okay, studio massage and skincare. Okay, so that's your organic keyword. Every month there's 20 searches using this keyword. And right now you're on position 85. So if you look on Google on the, I believe it's the 8th page then, because you're 85. So on the 8th page, you should find your website using this keyword. Okay, going back to the search. So organically, these companies or businesses in El Paso are really hard to beat because they've been working on their backlinking. So not like up here in the citations, where you can beat them just by having more citations. You know, down here, it's hard to beat them because they've been, again, working on their backlinks. And so I could see down here who your competitors are. These are the people or the businesses that are actually getting most of the clicks and most of the customers. Now, I kind of looked at skincare in El Paso, but I'm going to skip this one, even though they're your top competitor, only because they're also into plastic surgery. So they have so much more services than just the skincare and massage. So the next one that I looked at, and of course that's a directory, same website as the one up top, same thing again. So I believe it's this one that I looked at, Skincare Retreat, which is very similar to yours. And so this is your competitor right here. And you see on their front page, they don't really get into the information too. So I would think that they're going to be pretty easy to take over in terms of content. And you know, if they were my clients, I would tell them the same thing, to talk about these different services that they offer. So I went ahead and using that same tool, I did skincareretreat.com. And as you can see, they have 10 referring domains, 28 backlinks. So historically and cumulatively, they've had 23 referring domains. And this is just showing us that over time, you do need someone constantly working on your website, so that if you tend to decline or not, well, if your number of referring domains tend to decrease, then your whoever's doing your website search engine optimization can increase that back up so that you can stay up on top on the front page. That's giving them 28 backlinks. Cumulatively, historically, they've had 70. Right now, though, even with that, they're not getting any organic traffic, but they're on that front page. Okay, so in other words, this is pretty much telling us then that we really need to work hard on trying to beat these guys. And really, if you want to get somewhere here on top, we want to try and beat these guys up here. So let's go ahead then and do their, using the same tool. I'm sorry, not them, but the last El Paso plastic surgery. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use their domain. I'm going to go to the same tool. Oh, let me go here. And I'm going to see how they're doing. Okay, you see with theirs, so they have 226 referring domains, giving them over 1,500 backlinks. Historically, they've had 802 referring domains and then over 13,000 backlinks. But look at how much traffic they're getting, and this is over the past month only. So 1.8 thousand lands on their webpage. So you can imagine how much clients they're getting. But like I said, they're offering a lot more than just massage and skin treatments. So they could be getting traffic for a lot of other things other than those two that they're offering. And so I look at their organic keywords, that they're using since they're up on top. And whatever applies to my business site for my clients, I would try to use those organic keywords. So when I talked about content earlier, I would talk about these, you know, look at what they're offering. And again, if it applies to mine, I would definitely use it on my content. So it looks like a lot of these things have to do with the plastic surgery itself. El Paso Cosmetics. Try to see something that might fit into your website. Okay. Yeah, so they're definitely getting ranked a lot for their surgeries. All right, so I didn't see any here that might apply, but you know, if it says, so I look at the volume first of all. For this term, El Paso Cosmetic Surgery, they're getting a search volume of 450 a month. Out of those 450 searches, 54 searches are landing on their page, and they're on position number 2, so they're on page 1 for that keyword El Paso Cosmetic Surgery. They're on page 1 for the keyword cosmetic surgery, El Paso. You see, it's just a play in words, and this is just how people are searching for their services. There's 150 searches for that over the past month, and they got 51 out of those 150. And they're ranked on page 1 for the search term. So that's how we're trying to help you, is to get those keywords in there, you know, with a lot of high volume, so that you can be ranked on somewhere between 1 through 10. So that way you can get most of the traffic. So a lot of technical other stuff go into it. I don't want to get into that because it does get really technical. Hopefully this information so far had been helpful to you. And like I said, feel free to take the tips, apply them on here, get your website going, use them for yourself, for your business. Give me a heads up to let me know if it worked for you. And like I said, if you want to know more information, need some help on building your website, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be glad to chat. Thanks again for your time watching the video, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.